In the last episode of Mass Ravens to Grandmaster, we made a lot of progress towards getting GM. Recently with the Ghost to Grandmaster, we actually did it. And now with Ravens only, we are actually very close to 5.2. Which means that 100 more MMR and we'll be in striking distance. Let's begin. First opponent's a Protoss. Ah, I remember this person. Rhycelia. I think Rhycelia is the person that convinced me to actually make early game units by cheesing us. So there's definitely a good chance here that we are about to get cheesed. But this time I will be allowed to make units. Now in the intro I said Raven only. Obviously I meant Raven Hellion, right? We gotta give credit to the Hellions because the Hellions deserve it. Especially in that super long TVT against Jason 2 episodes ago. The Hellions definitely took a little bit of the main role there. Now, like I said, Rhycelia as a cheeser. I feel like we've played this person a lot. I think we played them in like Ghost only twice and then Raven only. I'm pretty sure we won with the Ghost. But then in the Raven only challenge, what happened was that he proxy gated us and we were not allowed to make Reapers or Marines yet. So we just died. And it was probably the lamest game of the entire show because that's quite literally what happened in the game. But now I'm back and I'm allowed to make units. So let's see what the proxy gates are going to do this time. Obviously, we don't know that it's proxy gates yet. I'm not quite sure if he proxy gated my Ghost only challenge as well. So maybe he just felt very cheesy that day and he's actually going to play it different. I'm going to scout a little bit earlier than normal by 1 supply. So I can actually check if it's a proxy or not. Now, I do have a small tip for the Reaper expanders here. I mean, he's probe scouting me already, so that makes it less suspicious. But a small tip is that typically against Protoss, you want to scout at 18 supply. It's pretty much in time to see everything. But if you scout at 17 supply, that is a particularly good scout against proxy gate. No other proxies, just proxy gate. Because then you can make your CC on the high ground with the knowledge if your opponent's proxying or not. As you can see here, I have 250 minerals. He's making a nexus. So now I can just decide to get my command center on the low ground without any worries. And if it was actually a one-base attack, I would have been able to expand on the high ground as well. Now he's not blocking me properly, which is really good news for us. See, there's nothing crazy going on here. Let me try to find a second pylon. That's all I need to know now. Taking a gas at a normal time. Now, the second pylon is actually important to find. I believe it's here because his probe went down. Yeah, exactly. So there's nothing really suspicious going on. And I will just be able to go across with my Reaper. If I didn't see a second pylon there, what I would have done is just check around my base, you know, like here, for example, to see if there's like a proxy Stargate going down. Right now, I'm not really too worried about anything. Now, obviously, against Protoss, the most important thing in the Raven Hellion challenge is that we scout properly, and actually probably in TVP in general. TVP is so much about scouting. Ooh, so there's a Twilight going down. That is really nice to know. Then I don't have to worry about any Stargate stuff. Oh, this is actually very annoying because I want to make Hellions, of course. I'm actually just gonna lift this. And yeah, he's moving away with the pro, so that's fine. Why it's annoying is because he could have just stood under the factory and it wouldn't be able to land, you know? So I was gonna pull some SCVs to maybe stop the probe. But for now, we're just totally fine. No worries at all. Now, the next step is that I'm gonna scout if he's making a third base. Because if he does 4-gate blink or something like this, I want to be ahead against it. Because I want to make that second factory, of course. As you guys know by now, probably, my response against the Blink is to make an absolute crap ton of Hellions, use the anti-armor missile. So, obviously that only works if I actually make the second factory, so I can make a crap ton of Hellions. You can actually produce a lot of Hellions from just one factory, by the way. Like, they actually build so fast. Now, okay, I'm actually gonna jump back out here. Not ready to lose this just yet. So I saw one gateway going down. That actually does not mean anything. Besides the fact that he's making another gateway, I guess. Let's see if the third nexus is down. I'm definitely going to try to do some probe damage here. I've learned in the past from TVPs that if you do not get probe damage, you're usually in for a little bit of a rough time. So I'm just going to go straight in. He did not complete that wall, looks like. So I might be able to get in here. I always have my grenade. Oh, he's actually walling completely. Okay. Fascinating. Is Rhycelia, by any chance, a barcode scanner? Does he just know who we are? Because that is very suspicious to just wall your base off completely like that. That is not a move you do. Even against Hellions, really. So that does make me a little bit suspicious. And the timing of those gates makes me think that this is potentially more than 4 gateways even. And sadly, that has been a strategy that we have gotten absolutely destroyed by, the 6 gate blink-all-ins and stuff. So I'm definitely getting a little bit scared here. Wouldn't like to start this episode with a loss, especially not now we're close to getting GM. Now I could try to kill that observer with a turret. Realistically, it might be better to save my energy for the potential all-in. Let's see. So that is cancelled. He's walling it again. There's another gateway here. Oh, that was actually a robo? I thought it was a gateway. Oh, that is actually a little bit of a painful misread there by me. What can I do against someone with the wall, though? Oh, he actually ran away very fast. Yeah, the thing is, I committed to making a second factory, which means that at this point, I actually have to commit to the attack. But I do still think I made the right choice by staying around there, though. Or like going for the second factory rather, because if I didn't do that and he was actually blinking me, then I would be in a world of trouble. Now, I'm not sure what's a good timing to hit. It kind of depends on when a Robo Bay could finish, for example. Because if there's no Robo Bay, technically we can hit even later. That would probably be cutting it a bit close, though. I think I'm just going to attack with 3 Ravens. At this point, I cannot really call this a timing attack anymore, because this is pretty randomly fabricated, but we'll see. Now, if there's no Robobay units, I usually feel pretty decent about this. I've got 3 Ravens. Probably gonna scan ahead. Yeah, he's just camping there. Huh. With a bunch of Stalkers. Okay. Oh, he's gonna use the battery, yeah. That is really annoying. That is my most hated ability. Wait, actually, can I do damage through the battery with this, or is this crazy? I mean, he blinked to the top here, so he's actually losing a lot of Stalkers to this. I'm actually gonna go for the probes here, I think. See. Oh, he clicked on the gas! He clicked him on the gas! Oh my god! He lost 1 million! He lost 1 million probes because he stacked them all on the gas. Oh my goodness, how many was that? Look at my supply, by the way. My supply here is insane because if you look at the production tab, once again, guys, Hellions build very fast. I think it's 20 seconds. This is 8 supply every 20 seconds I'm building just from the factory. It's actually incredible. So here, he was doing totally fine. But then he blinked to the top here, out of range of the battery. So you can see these Stalkers in the top are taking a lot of damage. He loses like 5 of them. Ruins his own wall. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. Let's see. So we have 1 shot. 8 workers are down. 15 workers in 1 shot, guys. All the Hellions into the main. And this timing attack, surprisingly, it works again. I misread his build. It's really good that we hit this timing, by the way, because he had double Forge, double Robo on the way Robo Bay finished. If I waited any longer, this would have been trouble, but we hit the perfect timing. Opponent messed up a little bit, which is always welcome, of course. And that was a fantastic warm-up. Let's move on to the next game. Alright, another Protoss. This one has no MMR, interestingly. I imagine he's at least somewhere around their MMR, else this would be a bit of a weird match. And if you look at our MMR, guys, it's 5-1-9-1. If we win this game, is a very good chance we will be 5.2k MMR. And like I said, guys, before, 5.3 seems to be the line for Grandmaster right now. If we reach 5.2, we might only be 100 MMR away, which would be absolutely amazing. Now, we have struggled against Protosses in the past, so let's not get too excited yet. But we'll see. His name is Cray. I've been doing these challenges for a long time now. And with a long time, I mean probably... How long has it been? Like 4 or 5 months, I want to say. So I try to recognize the names of the players. I don't think I've played against him before, though. He did have a Serral portrait, and you guys know I like to read into portraits, so maybe it means he's a very honorable Finnish macro player. No, that's definitely not true. But who knows? Maybe it's a trick. Maybe it's a cheeser. You should have the rogue portrait instead, or the max packs or something. Alright, if you guys are still here, by the way, it means you're enjoying the content, so make sure to subscribe to the channel. Currently, we're going to 30k. I already had an idea in mind, but now I'm actually blanking on it a little bit. What was my idea for the 30k subs? Oh, I remember. I wanted to do an episode where I do all your favorite compositions. So for example, something you guys have wanted me to play for a long time is Ghost plus Raven in the same game, right? So I was thinking for 30k I could maybe do an extra hour-long episode where I play all of the compositions you guys want me to play. And it could be something insane. It could be freaking, I don't know, Ghost Thor, Thor Battlecruiser, Marine Reaper, whatever you guys want, you know. I thought that could be a pretty fun idea for a small 30k special before we move on to the bigger ideas for the 50k specials and all that. Obviously, I am thinking quite a bit ahead. I am aware of that, but I do like to plan big, guys. Our channel has been growing very fast, and you guys seem to still really enjoy the content, which is fantastic. So I want to give back something big if I can, of course, for the sub goals. Any suggestions are always welcome, of course. Make sure to leave those in the comments if you have any fantastic ideas. Even if you have any not so fantastic ideas, still feel free to suggest them. And then I'll decide if they were fantastic or not in the end. Now, Stargazers is actually a map I don't like against Protoss that much. But since I'm playing Hellions, I think for this challenge it might be okay. Because the map is pretty short. The map does allow for like cheeky... Oh, I saw an Adept Shade right there. Does allow for cheeky Hellion run-bys into the natural. So for this challenge, I think I'm actually pretty okay with this. Normally it's not my favorite map. Let's see where the tech is. There's actually no tech being built. He's gonna make it now. Actually blocked it. Ah, it was a Twilight Council. There we go. He might deny my command center. This grenade is gonna save me. There we go. Perfectly timed grenade there. One of my specialties. I wanted to say many specialties, but that's just quite arrogant if I would say that. It's also not what I meant to say. But I am quite good with Reapers, and grenades is no exception. Now, he's probably not going to finish that Shade. Or he is going to finish that Shade, or he will lose the Adept, I mean. We did kill one probe and we lost SCV, so I think... Normally I don't want to do too much damage with the Reaper, but in this case... I think we can call that even, right? One SCV, one probe. I was aware that I was probably going to lose that too. I wonder if I could have saved it, actually. Could I have run away a little bit faster? Maybe. Now, we are playing against Twilight again. You know what's funny to think about? I'm actually... I would say I'm more ahead of, like, 5k MMR meta than, like, pro meta right now. Because with the Ghost Challenge especially, we've been stuck around this MMR for so long that I feel like I'm very aware of the tech people go for. And I'm barely even considering playing against Stargate anymore, because these people just don't play Stargate against me. Now, let's see. Oh, he also walled off. Oh, my Reaper got through. So it is a Robo. Now, what's a little bit sketchy here is that I need to jump in the main to see if I need to add another thingy. I can actually kill this pylon slowly. Yeah, I figured he was going to warp in there. Alright. Let's see if there's any more gateways here. It could also just be a blink with the back base. Okay, there's no gateways here. I think we are relatively safe then. Okay, he has 4 gases. 2 gates. I would guess he has the back base, maybe. That sounds logical to me, that he took this one. I can actually check that by taking the watchtower over here. That would be a good move. Now, it's always scary to not go for the second factory like I did last game, because if I do that, I feel like I would die 100% to one of those crazy attacks. Let's see, oh, I'm gonna kill his Adept, that's nice. Now, I feel pretty safe to say that he has this base. Oh, I actually cannot see it. Let's see. There's an observer in my base. I'm gonna take these. I would love to kill that observer. Can I kill the observer? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Let's see. Is that a good enough turret? Probably, right? It has to be. Yes, let's go. It would be so incredibly unsatisfying if that turret didn't kill it. So my opponent is most likely going for a Robo Bay here. The reason I say that is because he has 4 gases and no third to be seen, but he could have that one, of course. That's a little bit of the downside of this map. I mean, I saw a unit there just now, so it's very likely that he has it. I'm gonna start another thingy. Oh, he does not have it, actually. Could he be going for the gold, perhaps? Like, I feel a little bit suspicious because he just did not quite have enough stuff. That's why I'm looking for things. Like, it doesn't quite add up what I saw. He also doesn't have the gold. Maybe he forgot to make his gateways? I don't know, guys. I'm reaching a little bit here, but there must be something that I don't know about, basically. So he's taking the third base now. Okay, it actually finished in the time that I checked. He does have a lot of probes, surprisingly. Now, I think that base is a pretty juicy target. Because there was no battery there, so what I can do... drop some auto turrets on the top. And then, in the same time... roast all the probes with my Hellions. That's the plan here. Here we go. Try to get that down. See what he has. Oh, this looks... Well, he actually doesn't have that many probes there, huh? Less than I thought. Oh, that's a very brave blink here. Oh my goodness, the roasties. Oh no, he has a freaking battery over there. The auto turrets, though, dealing so much damage. The Colossus is gonna go down, which is awesome. And now we actually retreat. I know it looked like we were winning, but we were not gonna kill any more units under that battery. We have to be smart about it. Oh no, what did I just do? Oops. Where the hell are you guys going? What did I click to make that happen? That's a little bit scary. Oh, if this goes off, yes. Now they're gonna get roasted, baby. Let's go. He's very far forward as well. Let's go. Another Colossus Matrixed. Oh, wow, these trades are going very well for me. I'm gonna kill all of these Stalkers here on this side at least. I do need to run once the Colossus recharges, though. There we go. But the trades are going very well for us. Please don't kill that Raven. That would be rude. We did not kill his probes yet, though. That's something to keep in mind. Like, I know it's looking pretty good. Or at least the trades have been good. But we have not reset his probe count. And a Protoss on 66 probes surely can make an army that deals with mass Raven Hellion, you would think, right? Now, I did get these turrets up on this side. I actually really enjoy having these turrets. The downside of this is that you can actually see the turrets with the watchtower and just blink in and kill them. And that would be slightly annoying. And draw a few more, or pull a few more workers to repair those. Oh, I made 3 eBays. Oops. I mean, I was still able to afford the Hellions all this time, so it's not the biggest deal. I would actually like... I think it's a perfect time to set up a little bit of a double prong here. I did actually not make a PF here, which seems risky. But I felt in a lot of games that my army comp is actually pretty good at fighting. So... And the PFs a lot of time didn't really do that much, I feel like. So maybe I should just play an active game like this, basically. Oh, that is unfortunate. He's out here, which is kind of... Oh, this is perfect. Let's go. This is exactly what I needed. The double prong is gonna hit very hard and fast. There we go. I don't have my... Frick, my Ravens were just a little bit too far behind. He was actually very brave there, being that far out, because he only had, I believe, 5 Stalkers there or so. Sadly, my Ravens were not quite there. As you can see, the Hellions take an amazing amount of damage from those Colossus. Now, his upgrades are not fantastic. I do have to say that. I think it oh, I actually messed up. Oh, wait, this is actually a little bit YOLO by him as well. I can actually maybe catch these. There we go. Wait, actually, oh, this is another crazy move. He's getting rewarded by being a little bit insane here. Because if I just brought my Hellions, he would lose all of those for free. I mean, he's still gonna lose all of them for pretty much free. But it's gonna take me a little bit more effort. Now, what I wanted to do is actually fly into his main and get some bigger damage done. I'm gonna make this into a PF, I think. Now, should I get... I'm definitely gonna get armories. I'm not sure if I should try to make more Hellions, because once again, Colossus dunk on... oh, goodness. Okay, I could win this fight very hard. Here we go. And then we get some turrets down here. Oh, this is gonna be awesome, I think. It's actually pretty close to being awesome. I'm not quite sure if it's awesome yet. Doesn't look like it's too awesome. Ah! Please, a little bit more damage. Oh, I gotta back off from that. Okay, I mean, we got 2 Colossus, which is honestly not that bad. I thought it was gonna go a little bit better. But I have to admit, his micro there was very good. He was actually targeting the Ravens one by one, I believe. Which is something that previous Protosses have often failed to do. And yeah, that was not really the fight we were looking for. I did make this a PF, which is gonna help us out a lot, by the way, to survive here. Okay. Ah, he's gonna kill it, though. I'm not sure, guys. I'm gonna go for his probes again. Let's see. Can I kill that? I just don't have Raven energy, it seems like. Where the hell's my... Yeah. I think this guy's a little bit too much for us. Ah! Yeah, his micro was just too good, in all fairness. Now, we do still have some units. Here we go. Now, I can't kill these running stalkers. That's the big problem, you know. If I had, like, more Hellions... Yeah, his micro is very good, guys. Let's be honest here. He has not really messed up on the micro at all. He keeps targeting the Ravens one by one. And that is most likely gonna be it for this game. I would need a miracle to win at this point, which I really don't think I'm gonna get, so... That is also not a PF on that base. Oh, wait, I actually tried to morph that. I guess I didn't have the gas for it, huh? That is very unfortunate. I 100% tried to morph that into a PF, but I guess I just didn't have the energy for it. I'm gonna roast a lot of probes here, which is nice. It's actually sick how bad Hellions are against Zealots if you don't micro them. Like, you know... okay, he has way too much stuff. 157 supply, yeah. If you micro Hellions against Zealots, they're so good. But in this main, I think I sent a few Hellions here at some point. You can just see how fast the Hellions die, especially without Blue Flame, of course. Like, if you don't micro them, like... all these Hellions would have died to the 2 Zealots without micro. Alright, that's a little bit of a rough one. Our opponent played really well. I think there might have been some opportunities. I feel like he was just playing a little bit too well, because at some points what I wanted to do was fly into his main with the Ravens. I think it might have been at this point when I mentioned it. I wanted to fly in his base with the Ravens, but he just kept moving out at all times. And what he used more than other Protosses is just the ability to kite. So my composition can't win when he's running away, basically. Like here, I actually cannot follow that at all, right? Because the Ravens are behind. And it was the same with the fights later on, when he would just be running away and kiting. Because his army here does not look strong. Like, I actually have almost as many Ravens as Stalkers here. I disabled all of the Colossus. But you can see he's just killing the Ravens one by one. And I can't get the turrets down like that. I think... Yeah, this kind of micro, ideally what I would do against it is just not deal with it. So I would fly in the main, I would run by with the Hellions, but every time I wanted to fly by, he attacked me. Maybe if the timings worked out a little bit better for me, it was doable. I feel like it was close enough to being doable. But in the end, we were not good enough this game. Next game will have to be better. Let's move on to game number 3. Alright, another... Oh my god. I was really hoping we would get a Terran or a Zerg, because those have been my preferred matchups. But instead, we get rewarded with a beautiful 5-6 Protoss. Now, we just got absolute... The guy we just played against was 5k MMR, by the way, pretty much exactly. So this opponent is going to be a casual 600 MMR higher than the opponent that just destroyed us. Now, Velmu is an ex-pro. I do know that he is a quite slow player. So there could be chances that we can outplay him with some run-bys maybe, but we'll see. Obviously, this is one of those games where we're just shooting for the stars, if you know what I mean. Like, beating a 5-6 Protoss with Raven Hellion, that actually sounds straight up impossible, but if we do it, it's only the better, you know. It will make my content, will elevate the content even more, so that's... I see it as an opportunity, you know. Now, last game... I actually meant it when I said I felt like there was opportunity to do things better. I think if things go a little bit more my way, I could even have crushed him. So I think there might be a small chance we can beat a 5-6 Protoss as well. Now it is on Data C, which I talk about it a lot. It's definitely not my favorite map. I think I even mentioned vetoing it at some point. Still haven't vetoed it, but I do think this map allows me to get into the macro game a little bit better. Which would be very nice, because the last game, short map, Prism got into the main as well at some point, and there was just not too much to be done there. On this map, I should have more time to actually move out with my Ravens and stuff, you know, and get some damage done in perhaps the main, maybe. Because if I ever got to unload 10 turrets in the main, that's probably, you know, 20 dead probes, and maybe some key infrastructure. Maybe we could even snipe the robos or something like that. Now, one thing I do want to consider after the last game is that I might actually want to make even more Hellions. Because in that fight, where we chased him and the Ravens were a little bit too far behind, so we couldn't Matrix the Colossus. If I have more Hellions, there's actually a bigger chance to overwhelm. Well, in that game, the extra Ravens didn't really help that much. So I might actually consider moving to a little bit more of a Raven or a Hellion-centric composition. So it's definitely going to fall off super hard at some point. Like, realistically, you will never be able to trade well against Colossus with any amount of Hellions, right? If you have 100 Hellions and your opponent has 6 Colossus, you're probably gonna win, but at what cost, right? So, need to keep that in mind. If there's Colossus, I always need to Matrix them. One thing that's actually very interesting no one has done against us is going for Storm, by the way, because Storm should in theory also be very good against Hellions. But then there might actually be a cool micro game, or a cool mini game I wanted to say, where you can bait the storms because Hellions are super fast. And maybe at some point if they're out of storms you can go in, or because High Templars are light units you can actually obliterate them with the Hellions at the same time. That would actually be very interesting to see. I wouldn't mind playing against Storm once. I think in my mind it should be a good counter to Hellion Raven, especially with the feedbacks against the Ravens, huh? I'm actually surprised no one has really done that against us. Thinking about it, High Templars would be insane, man. Like the feedbacks against the Ravens would be nuts as well. Storms against the Hellions. Yeah, I'm not even sure what I would do against it besides getting some god tier outplays with, you know, with Hellion run-bys and surrounds and whatnot. Well, let's see what Guy has in his main. It is a Twilight once again. At this point, I'm not even surprised anymore. I do think I should be able to get away with this, unless the Adept shoots. Alright, there we go. The Adept would have actually killed that, and that would have been slightly upsetting. Should I just commit to going for my double factory strategy instantly? Maybe it is the best way to try and score an upset with that absolutely ridiculous timing attack. I'm just gonna go for it, guys. I'm taking a risk because he's a lot higher MMR. And hopefully it pays off. Like, basically I'm doing a pre-scouting blind counter. He also Dude, why is everyone walling off his base today? I said in the first game that it wasn't quite meta. Now all of a sudden everyone's walling their base against me. He only saw that I had 2 Hellions too, by the way. Like, he doesn't even know that I made 8 Hellions. He literally saw 2 Hellions and he's already walling his base. Now this guy has a bunch of gates. Oh, I don't like that gas, guys. That gas does make me think he might be going for a Robo Bay fast. He didn't blink out, though. Oh, there's an Observer right there. Could I snipe the Observer? That would actually be really huge. If I could snipe the Observer... It's really risky what I'm doing because the Stalkers are out. Let's see. Oh, no. It's not gonna work. Oh, it is gonna work. Okay. Oh, no way! Actually survived with that. What a freaking play, guys. Now, this is pretty obviously a 4-gate Blinks look like, so there should be a Prism out here as well. Now, I do have a lot of Hellions here, so the damage to the Stalker is going to be quite significant. If the Prism is not here, I'm actually going to kill a bunch of these. There we go. Wait, I'm going to... Is there no Prism here, guys? Am I going to get all of these Stalkers? Oh, there's the Prism. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm going to go every single unit he has. What was this? He's probably flabbergasted. He's like, wait, what did I just lose all my units to? He 4-gate... I've never destroyed this hard, by the way. 4-gate Blink got destroyed by Hellion Raven. Now, that is a story, guys. Write it in the newspapers. Now, he's probably making an Immortal. I like how he's actually making batteries desperately. Obviously, I'm not going to kill this wall anytime soon with freaking Hellions. I hope there's no Colossus coming out of that, by the way. That would be very annoying. I'm gonna try and kill it, though. Ooh. Surround? It's probably gonna activate the battery right away. Yeah, there it is. Alright. So I killed the Robo before a unit came out. It does look like that was gonna be a Colossus, because it took a while to build. Guys, we are actually close here to doing this, which is incredible. Now, I do need to get not overconfident, basically. Here we go. I'm gonna go in here. Oh, he's actually stacking up for me. And I have like 2 turrets in me, I think. There we go. Those turrets are gonna do a lot of work here, by the way. He's targeting the Ravens, but they're out of energy. Guys, the freaking auto turrets are killing everything here. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Guys, are we about to do this right now? I almost have another auto turret, by the way. Here we go. This auto turret is gonna do insane as well. Guys, this is actually insane. No freaking way. I mean, it's not completely over yet, but... no, there's more units coming. He probably almost has another overcharge as well. I need to keep that in mind. Oh. Okay, I'm actually gonna go for the probes here now. I feel like without the probes... Let's freaking go, guys. A 5-6 Protoss. Can you guys believe it? That's a new record. I think that also has to be the highest MMR player in general we beat. And I think this is a higher MMR Protoss player than we beat in all of the Ghost series as well. Guys, I didn't think this one was possible, but it wasn't even close in the end. We absolutely obliterated him. I had a third base behind it. I had my 4 gases that I completely forgot to saturate because I was so focused on this attack. Oh, this was incredible. Units lost, more than double. He is probably absolutely flabbergasted. Whelmu likes to stream. His viewers are probably absolutely flabbergasted. We probably just blew about 50 people's minds. Or well, including you guys, it's probably more like 20k people or however many views this video gets. Anyway... I am down to play another game because we played 3 amazing games. I would like to end on this, but I feel like we've been going for 30 minutes. I would actually like to play another one, so let's go. Oh, you got a rematch. Shit. Now he's angry, guys. Oof. Now I'm starting to sweat a little bit. I feel like revenge is coming for me, to be honest. To be fair, if we beat him twice in a row, that would just be a miracle. I mean, at this point, it can't get much better. I mean, if we beat him again, it would obviously get better. But beating a 5-6 Protoss, guys, we just continue to push the boundaries and just get even further in these challenges. And it feels amazing, to be honest. Like, beating a 5-6 Protoss, what the hell, man? Could you guys have imagined? I'm pretty sure we lost in the Raven challenge in the first episode to a Diamond Protoss. Let that sink in, guys. The second episode, I believe. I think we lost in this series in the second episode to a Diamond Protoss. And we elevated our games and our strategy all the way that we just beat a 5-6 ex-pro gamer Protoss player. Talk about growth, guys. That is just insane. Now, can we do it a second time? Probably not. But we're gonna find out. Now, the hardest thing I always talk about it is that they... usually blind counter me after this, which obviously it's kind of hard to call it a blind counter because what I find that they do, it's actually kind of funny to think about. If he would not scout me at all and then counter it, it is actually still a blind counter because he didn't scout in the game specifically. But what usually happens is he will just get a hint. He will see me go Hellions again, for example. And then he will just assume that I'm playing Hellion Raven. And then it's really like in between being a blind counter or not. Because at that point, it is really just smart strategy picking by him. Even though he doesn't quite confirm what strategy I'm doing, right? And it's really like in between a blind counter. Now, I do want to clarify that a lot of time I say blind counter, I actually don't mean to give it like a negative effect to it, I guess. Because blind countering very often is just picking a lucky build or something like that, which, you know, that just happens. Ooh, he's actually making a Zealot. That is interesting. He's gonna send a Zealot across to try and counter my Hellions as fast as possible. Basically with a Zealot and an Adept, I suppose. I think I'm just gonna have to find the Zealot here with this Reaper. Let's see. But yeah, as I was saying, if I say that he's blind countering me this game, I don't actually mean it in a negative way. I just think it completely makes sense to do it. You know, we just beat him. He probably doesn't want to lose to the same weird strategy twice in a row. So it would completely make sense. Now, we haven't found the Zealot. It's actually scary because 2 Hellions do not stack up well against a Zealot and a Stalker in particular. Like, if he goes for a Zealot Stalker, we're actually going to be in trouble. One of the biggest counters you can do to a fast Hellion drop in pro games is to actually chrono boost an Adept across the map, followed by a Stalker. Because then what happens is you're going to have to keep making Hellions to trade against it, but you're never going to trade effectively. Now, we're doing amazing with this Reaper so far, by the way. Like, we got so much damage on that Zealot. He didn't even manage to delay our CC there. So this opening has been as good as possibly could be for us, I want to say. Now my Hellions are gonna deal with the Zealot. Ooh, I'm gonna lose the Reaper. Actually didn't see the Adept there on the minimap. Now if he already has 2 Adepts, this is gonna be scary. I'm gonna get 2 more soon. I don't actually want to lose HP on these Hellions here. There we go. I'll lose a little bit, but that's fine. I could have traded, but I actually felt better keeping the HP on my Hellions. Now what is scary here is that behind this he could be going for a Stargate and we lost the Reaper. And that's also a really good part about his strategy that he's doing. It's that because he pressures me, even if I wouldn't have lost the Reaper, I would have to keep it at home and I would not be able to scout. So if this is a Stargate, we might be in a serious amount of trouble. Now, he does not give me Stargate vibe. I'm actually going to try and break... Or, I can't break it because he warped in the Stalker. Oh, that was close. Okay, he's making a Robo again. So this means he's playing Twilight. If he would play Stalker, double Stalker, Stargate into Robo, that would actually be a very crazy build. So I feel pretty safe to assume that he's actually playing Twilight here. Now, I wonder how he kind of felt after his attack got repelled last game in particular. If he's streaming, I hope he has VODs enabled. You guys can maybe check it out after you watch this. Because I can guarantee you he's never had his 4-gate blink stopped by 2 Ravens and 12 Hellions, okay? I can guarantee you that's never happened to him in his entire life. Probably not even in Wings of Liberty or anything. So that must have been a pretty legendary reaction by him. Though he is Finnish, and Finnish people tend to be a little bit stoic, so maybe his reaction is not going to be anything extraordinary. But it's fun to imagine that it was at least, right? Now, well, I actually want to look for the Observer again. I actually forgot to do that this game. Oh, it is a Prism again. Okay, that's going to be... So he's actually choosing to go for the exact same strategy, which I think, I have to admit, it's very brave, because he got absolutely squashed, but... It's also... It shows that he has a strong personality, you know? Because he realizes he made some big mistakes. And mistakes he's probably not going to make again. So that is actually pretty well done by him. Now, let's see. I'm actually going to chase this so he can't warp in more units with that. Okay. Well, I'm actually killing a surprising amount of units again. I'm actually pulling my SCVs all the way, but this is hilarious. I pulled them all the way here. Oh, wait, can I? I'm sure he wants to blink in. I'm gonna drop 1 turret. Basically scare him off a little bit. Okay, now I do need to be careful with this. I do have a lot of Hellions in the reinforcements, which is good. Let's see. Okay, so he's warping in more units now. At this point, though, we have a lot of Hellions here, guys. Look at my supply. My supply is absolutely booming. I'm gonna try to stall it as long as possible. If I get an anti-armor missile, I will crush him like an ant, though. Oh, yes. This is beautiful. Here we go. This is gonna be sick. Oh, look at this, guys. Oh my god, this fight is insane. He's lost everything again. I can't believe it. There we go. You probably can't believe this strategy. He's like, how is this working twice in a row? Freaking Terran is broken. No, that's probably not what he's saying. Well, he's actually a very cool guy. I doubt he would be complaining about Terran right now. It would be hilarious if he actually was, and then you guys are watching his VOD after this, and you're like, about that, uThermal. Alright, so when is my attack supposed to hit? You know what would actually be kind of scary? Is if he would just counterattack with like 6 Stalkers. Because my army, it only works well in the ball. You know, like I need the units to have maximum splash. I need the units to clump up. So if he would have like an 8 Stalker counterattack. Oh, this looks juicy. I don't know about you guys. To me, this looks pretty juicy. There we go. Oh, we got him again with the missile. Oh my god, the splash damage is insane here. I'm actually not gonna commit here because of the green battery. But that was a really good start to the fight. I do need to get a second starport up, by the way. One thing I could have done better than last game is actually the macro at the end. Now, the green battery is gone. I think... Oh, he's chrono boosting the robo, huh? Here we go. Oh, we have the missile again. He keeps letting us have it. Let's see if I can drop some auto turrets here. Oh my god, this fight looks insane. Oh my god, this fight looks incredible once again, guys. I cannot freaking believe it. What are we doing today? I mean, he has 1 immortal. That's cool. Guys. What on earth? We 2-0'd an X-Pro Gamer 5-6 Protoss player with Hellion Raven. And neither of the games were close. The units lost here is even more incredible than the last game. 1.8k against 6.5. Guys, I couldn't have wished for a better episode here. This is absolutely incredible. We have broken 5-2. Which means that in the next episode, we might actually be in striking distance of Grandmaster, which is way faster than I imagined to be. Now, this was actually incredible. 4-gate blink, we thought it was a counter to us. Apparently, we absolutely dunk on it, even when it's a player that's so high in MMR. It's been an amazing episode, guys. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I'll see you guys next time. Adios.